Wow, that was an entrance, right? Välkomna! Welcome till Banankompaniet here in Stockholm. And welcome everybody on the live stream. The live stream from Sweden, wherever you are, Norway, Finland, Denmark, Iceland. Welcome back. It's 4 years since we last met in person in this big summit approach. And I have been waiting for it. We are going to solve the big challenges together. I remember how exciting I was back then, coming to tell you about what the cloud can do for you. And now, since then, we have evolved at the rate of lightning. And we're going to bring you the new era of AI. Since last summit, we have also continued to invest heavily in the Nordic region. We made sure that you got through the pandemic thanks to the Google Meet team here in Sweden. We also have cybersecurity developed from Stockholm. We have Flutter from Denmark. We have an engineering team making sure that you are fit through Fitbit from Finland. And we are excited to also bring 2 new cloud regions to the Nordics. We are opening up in the Oslo city to support the growing demand from both public sector as well as the commercial customers. And we are going to make sure that the cloud region that will be coming in Sweden will have single-digit latency to the Stockholm metropolitan area. This will ensure that you can enjoy innovation in a very, very sustainable way. We also have more to celebrate. Google is turning 25. And a little bit closer here, we opened up the Hamina data center in Finland 5 years ago. So it has been a rapid pace of innovation throughout the region. And last month in San Francisco at Google Next, we had 2 Nordic customers that were awarded to become the Global Customer Award. We had Snowfox in the category of supply chain, and we had Tradera in the category of sustainability. Warm congratulations. We couldn't have done this without our partners. And a big warm thank you to all our partners running this ecosystem to nurture innovation. A special shout out to our premium partners, Accenture, Devoteam, MongoDB, and Palo Alto Network. Thank you, we couldn't have done it without you. Together we're gonna do transformation across all verticals, across all industries. One of the customers that we have been working with +7 years, ever since I started here, is Spotify. And with me on stage today, we have Pia Nilsson. Welcome. So, people think that Spotify was born in the cloud. You were not. You had 4 global data centers, but we have now taken the transformation up to the cloud. What's the view from the cloud, Pia?
The view from the cloud is great, thank you. So we had to move off our 4 data centers, actually. But that move turned out to be pretty boring, as in everything just worked. So being on our 4 on-prem data centers actually had become slow-moving for us. And that's why we had to move to the cloud. And once we were there, we were able to pick up speed greatly.
Lovely. So how did the cloud transformation actually help you?
Well, when we began our partnership, Spotify was much smaller. We were, at the time, 130 million users. And so we have really innovated and grown together in our partnership. And now we are 550 million users over 184 markets. And that's very much thanks to the collaboration with Google. I would say one of the key factors for our success in our partnership is that our engineering cultures align so well. So our engineers really speak the same language, so to speak.
So we do indeed have a lot in common, but you also are a very, very challenging and demanding customer. So we are learning every day from Spotify, and we are actually co-creating. Talk us through something where we have co-created together.
Yeah. one great example is our data platform. So we re-architected our data platform for the cloud together. And back in 2019, we were working on the data job for the Spotify Wrapped campaign. I'm sure you're all hopefully aware of that. And we, at the time, ran the biggest ever data flow job. So 2019, that was 2019. But fast forward 1 year, we had 10x our data platform's capacity, running a decade's worth of listening data more efficiently than we had run 1 year of data during 2019.
And that is really interesting. And another thing we have in common is the developer experience and developer productivity. How has this partnership changed the way you go to market?
It's been fantastic to have the partnership with Google on DevX. It has really deepened our analysis on developer productivity inside Spotify. So today, we're listening through our EnchSat survey, built based on the advice and guidance from Google. So we are listening to our engineers on a quarterly basis, which helps us build with empathy.
And you also have a developer portal, Backstage. Talk us through that one.
So Backstage is, we built Backstage, which is our developer portal, as Eva is saying, to simplify the lives of our engineers. It's the single pane of glass for all of your infrastructure. So you go to Backstage to find all the things you need. That includes CI/CD, documentation, managing components. It has really become essential for how our developers work on an everyday basis. And it's how they interact with our infrastructure.
So make sure to visit the booth, the Spotify booth, to look at all these things out here in the expo area. Thank you so much, Pia.
Thank you.
Throughout the day, you will hear everything about AI, powered by AI. And we also ensure to get an amazing leader joining through looking at what we have to offer and how we can see the journey ahead. So I'm very, very excited and honored to have our new president of EMEA, Google Cloud, Tara Brady, joining us. And he's coming with 2 decades of experience from Accenture and lately Microsoft. A warm welcome, Tara Brady.
Thank you, Eva, and what a fantastic story with Spotify. What an amazing customer. Thank you, Pia, for sharing that with us. Hello, everyone. It's great to be on stage for the first time in Stockholm. A bit concerned about this rickety roof here. I'm from up here, I don't know if you can hear it. By that I mean this is the first time I've been on stage at any event in the Nordics, and I'm delighted that my first big event is here with you today. The Spotify AI story you just heard is the perfect warm-up for this year's Nordics Cloud Summit. It's stories like this that inspired me to join Google earlier this year, and since joining, I've experienced many more. Actually, it was the promise of Google's AI capabilities that really lured me from my previous employer. And now, 4 months into the job, I'm even more optimistic with the view from the inside. We are truly formative in time of industry, and generative AI has already delivered an immense amount of value, which is exciting. But even more exciting is that our customers are just getting started. Fortunately, Google has been laying the AI groundwork for a long time, and this means we are more than ready to help our customers move quickly from Gen AI use cases to Gen AI value. Our passion for technology has given us a decade-plus start in AI, and we've made it our mission in Google Cloud to put this head start work for you. So before we get too much further into our program, for today, we wanted to baseline with you what exactly differentiates us in generative AI and how this differentiation translates to value for you. As you saw with Spotify, and you'll hear throughout the day, our generative AI capabilities are delivering real results in every discipline. Our customers are using Gen AI to write and design content, synthesize information, automate business processes, and build amazing customer experiences, all in pursuit of transforming their business. A great example in Swedish company Transcom, it is delivering transformative CX throughout over 30,000 employees across 27 countries by harnessing Gen AI from Google Cloud in multiple areas, including conversational AI, training, recruiting, and onboarding. The fact is, Even though we are in the early days of technology, organizations are getting significant value now today. The only ones who are not are the ones who haven't started yet. So how are we helping organizations to attain value today? It's based on 3 key areas: our platform, our products, and our partners. And let's start with platform. If you're going to create and scale effective solutions with Gen AI, you need to engage your developers and make it easy for them to innovate. Vertex AI is our platform and infrastructure for developers to help them build powerful solutions. It's at our next event in San Francisco last month. We shared a number of powerful new enhancements to Vertex AI, including an updated Palm 2 language model, now with 38 languages, improved image generation, digital watermarking, grounding capability, and so much more. First, to create the most relevant and effective solutions with Gen AI, we have to bring it to our customers' developers. Vertex AI is our platform and infrastructure for developers to help them build AI, powerful solutions addressing your specific challenges and opportunities. Now let's look quickly at products. There are many, but I wanted to showcase one that illustrates the opportunity of Gen AI particularly well. Today, over 3 billion users and 10 million customers rely on Workspace to get things done. Now with Duet AI for Google Workspace, which are providing them a massive productivity boost through Gen AI as a real-time collaborator. At Next, we share that Duet AI for Workspace is generally available. Others aren't there yet. This is just one example of how we are integrating AI into our products across our data, security, and infrastructure, and collaboration offerings. And finally, let's talk about our partners. I'll put it simply, to bring the most transformational technology in decades to the market, we have to have a strong network of capable partners. Google is very fortunate to have the most extensive AI ecosystem in the industry. We have nurtured these partnerships around AI for years, ranging from SaaS providers to infrastructure and platform providers, to data providers and system integrators. At Next, we shared new partnerships, for example, with SAP, who are developing new generative AI solutions through integrations with Vertex AI. And with NVIDIA, we are expanding our preferred relationship to advance AI computing software and services. What this all means, and that together with our partners, we have primed the market for mass adoption of Gen AI, and there has never been a better time now to get started and to accelerate your AI journey. So, I gave you a quick look at the platform, the products, the partners that differentiate us and help us deliver greater value for you. But there is one P I'd like to mention before moving on, and that's people. None of this capability does anyone any good without people embracing it. Pursuing AI boldly and responsibly happens at the human level. Opening up AI to your organization, making it accessible to the whole of your business is how you solve the user cases, the innovation, ultimately the value. One of our players in our ecosystem helping to push the frontiers of AI in this way is Silo.ai. To share more, I'd like to welcome on stage CEO and co-founder Peter Sarlin. How you doing, Peter? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, so I'm going to kick off. Peter, thank you for sharing today. Where have you seen AI deliver the most value for organizations so far?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a great honor to be here. So, obviously AI is nothing new, but we are seeing a new era at the moment. Silo was founded in 2017, a small team of AI experts, now one of Europe's largest private AI labs, on a mission to build a European AI flagship, on a mission to ensure that we're retaining leading AI talent in the region, on a mission to ensure that companies stay competitive, and all of that with a focus on building AI-driven products. And that is really where I see value being created and where value has been created for the past several years. In the past, I think it's been benefiting few. It's been benefiting large product initiatives, be that social media platforms, e-commerce platforms, or autonomous vehicles. Now, looking ahead, I see that AI is benefiting many. And I think this is really the shift we're seeing here.
Thank you. One more question. With the power of generative AI, where do you see the potential for a step jump in scale and impact?
Yeah. Of course, Gen AI is on our lips, and that's everything from large language models to multimodality to image generation and so many other things. I think that's here to stay. But a more significant shift is really what we're seeing at the moment in terms of sort of the base layer. And in broad terms, what I'm seeing is that foundation models are sort of pushing this new era and enabling a lot that was not possible before. Rather than building task-specific AIs, we have the opportunity to rely on a foundation, on a base, that allows many more to actually benefit from this technology. It's not only for the few, but it is sort of available and accessible to the many. And this is also where we are tapping into the cloud, building a family of base large language models, fine-tuning large language models, and also eventually inference needs. So that's really where I see the future.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your time and insights. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
your support. Thank you. So I hope that's given you a good color of how Google Cloud, our platform, our products, and our partners can deliver no other in the industry when it comes to delivering value for you in AI. But there's a lot more. To take a deeper look at Google's AI strategy, please join me in welcoming to the stage our Nordic CTO, Ted Schonbeck.
Thank you, Tara. So, a central part of delivering on the potential of generative AI begins with having the right underlying foundation. Google Cloud's world-class infrastructure provides you with high predictable performance, unmatched reliability, and the best security. We offer this in our cloud regions, but also in your data centers using Google Distributed Cloud. Now, as Gen AI evolves, so do the requirements on this infrastructure. And we are putting these new requirements at the heart of our investments to provide you with the industry's best, most cost-efficient, and sustainable infrastructure. This is powered by our ultra-scale AI super-optimized computers that combine custom TPU and GPU accelerators, AI-optimized storage, scalable networking, and dedicated processor offloads, all powered by sustainable energy. On top of this infrastructure, we built a unified AI platform like no other with Vertex, helping you build AI solutions across every enterprise use case. With Vertex, you can build, train, tune, evaluate, test, control, and deploy AI models across your enterprise. 2023 has seen an amazing traction for Vertex, with many of our customers increasing their AI project creation 150 times. That's how easy it is to build with Vertex. And even in the Nordics, already, many customers are building with Vertex, like Bonnier, SEB Bank, and Spotify. Now, a central part of Vertex is Model Garden. This is a unique differentiator in our open ecosystem approach to generative AI. In Model Garden, we provide more than 100 different models, our own, from our partners, from the open source world. And at Next, we made several announcements to this, including adding Meta's Llama 2 and the recently announced Code Llama, and many, many more, giving you choice and options. But also, we made announcements to our own models, an updated version of Palm 2 that makes it easy to process large texts, including research papers, legal briefs, even books. And a new version of our text-to-code assistant, Cody, giving you 25% better quality in code completion and code generation. GitLab uses Palm 2 for its explain the vulnerability feature, and they are now bringing Cody to its code suggestion feature. But we also go deep with industry-specific models, like SecPalm, a dedicated security model trained to detect, mitigate, and respond to security attacks. Or MedPalm, a dedicated medical model trained on comprehensive medical data sets. And at Next, we announced we're now bringing MedPalm to our customers. So you can start building medical applications that can answer questions securely and accurately. Now, none of this innovation matters unless we can bring it to you with enterprise-class requirements on data and privacy. That's why Vertex gives you full control and isolation of your data, and your code, and your intellectual property. This means that when you use Vertex across your private enterprise data, we are not exposing that data to our generative models. Your data is never used to train our models. It's not stored outside your cloud tenants. Your models, your data, your innovation. Now, let's not just talk the talk, let's walk the walk. And for that, I'd like to introduce Per Öberg on stage to show you what Vertex actually looks like. Per.
Thank you, Ted. So let's start by looking at Vertex AI Model Garden. Model Garden is your one-stop shop for finding, tuning, testing, and deploying large language models. Let me show you how this looks, but we will first talk about the fact that a requirement that many of you have shared with us is that you don't only want to use Google's models, you want to also look at third-party models and open source models. And I'm happy to say that that is now possible. Let me show you how beautiful this is if we open the console. So if we open Vertex AI and click into Model Garden, we here find all of the models available for us. So this is the 100 plus models that Ted talked about, and we have a blend of Google's foundation models, third-party models, as well as open source models. So today here, I want to start. Why isn't it working? Start by searching for a model. So I feel like Llama today and Meta, that's a good. Enter. And here we would find Code Llama, which is a third-party model used for code generation and code completion. And in here, we can see it's very easy just to click and deploy a private version of this model, or you can open a notebook and fine-tune this model further. Let's go back. But of course, we also love our own models. So let's look for Palm. Here we can find Palm for Text, a model used for text generation, entity analysis, and summarization. And likewise here, it's very easy to just quickly open prompt design to tune and fine-tweak these models for your use cases. Talking about model tuning, this has become much easier. So before, tuning a model required a lot of data. But now, I'm happy to say that tuning models requires far less data, and it's very easy to do. So let me show you how if we go into Vertex again. So here in Vertex, let's start by generating an image. Today, I feel like I want to see trucks driving on highways. And the model will do just that for it. It will generate images, and it's trucks driving on a highway. All good. But these models are not, according to our brand or our style. These are very generic and boring images. So what we want to do is to take our brand style and generate something that looks a bit more like us. So I have created a mood board here for my company and my brand, characterized by sunsets, cars, boats, and nature. So I want to take these images and tune the model. So in Vertex, I will go in and I will select a custom model, and I will then point Vertex AI towards these sample images. I just have a handful, 5, 10 images or so, and hit select. And if we then rerun the same query again, so I want to see trucks driving on a highway, we will now see that the model generates images and pictures that is according to the style that we want the model to give us. How fascinating, isn't this? So now we can get unique models for our own use cases. Also, talking about text and images and chat. So I showed images here today, but these are equally functioning the same way for chat, text, and image use cases. Back to you, Ted.
Thank you. Pretty interesting to be back there. So at Google Next, we also made additional announcements to Vertex, including the general availability of search and conversation. Now, Vertex AI Search is a next-generation enterprise search platform that will help you build search functions in minutes, finding information across databases, documents, online, and intranets, really bringing the magic of Google Search to your enterprise data. And it's multimodal, which means it can search across pictures and text, and it's multi-turn, which means you can just refine a search by asking another question. But best of all, it searches, summarizes, and creates answers across multiple data sources. So instead of just showing you where the information resides, it answers your actual question, like chatting with your intranet. On the topic of chats, Vertex AI Conversation creates natural chat experiences with just a few clicks, creating powerful multi-turn chatbots across any data source, documents, or online. It can even initiate transactions into business applications. Now, to make chat and conversation and search and any other use case you have for Vertex more reliable, at Next we also announced our enterprise grounding service. This works by connecting your AI models deeply into your enterprise data, creating significantly more accurate answers with significantly less model hallucinations. Now, before I turn over to talk about Duet AI, I just want to show you how incredibly easy it is to create with search and conversations. In this pre-recorded 30-second demo, we will show you how easy it is to build a chatbot across any data source. What used to take months or years now takes minutes. And the results are breathtaking. These chatbots are amazing at answering complex questions. I really encourage you to go test this out. Create a chatbot for your web page or an internal function like HR. This might be the easiest way for you to create the first Gen AI app in your organization. Now, as said, if we move back to the presentation, as said, Vertex is there to help you build. Duet AI is there to help you use generative AI. Now, just like Google simplified the complexities of the internet behind the simple search box, Duet simplifies the use of generative AI behind an integrated chat experience. This means that Duet for Workspace gives every user a writing helper, spreadsheet expert, project manager, note taker for meetings, a visual designer. Whereas Duet for Cloud gives every user an expert coder, an SRE engineer, data analyst, a cybersecurity pro. But let's have a look at Duet, and let's start with Workspace. And for that, I'd like to introduce Serge Lachapelle.
Thanks, Ted. Hi, everyone. Every time you use Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Docs, or Meet in your daily life, you're using Google Workspace. And we've been bringing the magic of AI to our 3 billion users or so for over a decade. And that history and experience has really enabled us to take Google's power in large language models and bring them across the Workspace product suite, and do this in a privacy-preserving way and record time. Today, we've got over 1 million users of Duet AI in Workspace and over 1,000 companies using it. Let me share a couple of real-world examples. Imagine you have a customer that's quite late in paying an invoice. Writing an email with the correct tone really matters. Not too aggressive, but you want the point made. Or if you want to write a blog post around green energy regulations, you can do this very easily, as Duet AI has been helping customers write, contextualize, visualize, organize, and connect with others like never before. And now, all these capabilities are available to you with today's general availability of Duet AI in Workspace. And it builds on tremendous momentum. Over the past 12 months, we've launched over 300 new features in Google Workspace. All this on a secure, reliable, and easy-to-administer platform. It's important to remember, without security, there's no privacy. Without security, there's no sovereignty. And I think that Google Cloud takes this very seriously, and I think that our track record speaks for itself. These product investments are paying off. We're seeing more and more customers switch wholesale over to Google Workspace. And given this excitement around AI, let's talk about what the future holds for Duet and Workspace. We're working on enhancing Duet so we can go from a prompt-based interaction to something a lot more contextual for far richer interactions. Duet takes into account what you're working on, whether it's an email, a document, a spreadsheet, or a meeting, and it offers proactive help, suggesting summaries, creative ideas, and soon it'll even take action on your behalf. And let me show you what I mean by welcoming Danny on stage. Woo! Hello. Hi, Danny. I'd like to show the audience here an example around a common use case. So let's imagine a day in a life of a sales representative.
Okay.
And a typical sales process is a multi-step, multi-day process in which you have to gather a ton of information, contextualize it, and then add your own insights to it. Show us how this could be done a lot more efficiently with Duet AI.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Today, I'm excited to show you how Duet AI can go into action through the lens of Megan, who is a sales representative at a custom manufacturing company called Symbol. Now, Megan has just started working with a new customer who wants to build an air quality sensor up in their construction sites in Finland. And she wants to make a great first impression by showing a prototype to get the ideas flowing during her presentation. Now, let's see how Duet AI can help her. So in the past, Megan would have started from scratch and wasting a lot of valuable time. But here, she can rely on Duet AI to complete any task that she would like to do in a matter of seconds. Megan simply types the kind of image she is looking for in the prompt, so air quality sensor, snowy landscape during sunset in the background, and then she hits create. This is a good start. But I think Megan is looking for something a little bit more realistic. So she changes the style to photography, and she clicks create to try again. Let's see what we get back. Amazing. So many options. So Megan picks the one that she wants, and the image is added directly into the slide. And to save even more time, Megan uses Duet AI to quickly generate speaker notes for all of her slides based on the content of the slides. This frees up Megan's time for more important work. Now, Megan looks at the clock and realizes it's almost time for that very important customer meeting. But her office backdrop has no decor yet, and it doesn't look very nice. Duet AI is here to help her. She opens Google Meet to create a unique background image for the call in just a few clicks. In the prompt, Megan types what she is looking for: construction, snowy landscape, and she hits create background. Nice options. Megan chooses her favorite background image, helping her express herself and deepen her connections with her customers. Megan is now ready to join the customer call with her customer, Kurti. Now, in the call, Megan decides to bring in one of her mobile field engineers to answer any technical questions. When Trevor joins the call, Duet AI helps him get up to speed by summarizing the conversation so far. Duet AI also captures key action items and the full meeting summary, freeing up Megan and Trevor's time so they can get more done. Now that the first call with her customer went so well, it's time to turn her attention to a critical part in the sales process, planning that in-person executive briefing that requires the right agenda and flawless execution. So Megan opens up Google Sheets, and she sees a new Help Me Organize field. That sounds perfect for what she needs right now. Megan enters the text in the prompt, agenda for a one-day executive briefing, with session descriptions and status, and she hits create. In just a few seconds, there you have it. Duet AI pre-populates a sheet with a proposed agenda that includes drop-downs and other customizable fields that she can use as the plan comes together, giving Megan a running head start and helping her to stay organized. And after the in-person briefing, the customer asks Symbol for a sales proposal. Megan knows how important a well-crafted sales proposal is to close out the deal, but she also knows how long it takes to create one. Let's see how Duet AI can save her time. When she opens up Google Docs, Megan sees a Help Me Write prompt that signals Duet AI is here to help. She enters a few words into the prompt to let Duet AI know what she's looking for. So write a customer proposal, customer manufacturing services, volume discount, including calendar event, and she hits create. Now Duet AI is working its magic. And there you have it. Voila. With just a few words, Duet AI served a well-developed proposal, completing in minutes what would have taken an hour or so in the past. Duet AI also included smart chips for information like people and dates and variables that Megan can use and customize later, like the customer name, addresses, and much more, helping Megan go from concept to completion faster than ever without ever leaving the document. And just like that, together with Duet AI, Megan was able to turn a prospect into a happy paying customer with increased speed, efficiency, and personalization. A lot of you might think that looks like magic, but it's actually just Duet AI. Thank you. Back to you, Serge.
Thanks, Danny. So this is just a small example of how you can get things done more efficiently and more compelling way using Duet AI. And best of all, this is built on our core technology, and it runs securely in our cloud. And we can make the promise that with Duet AI, your data is your data. None of your data is used to train our models, and our strong industry-leading permission controls means that no data will ever leak between users, departments, or organizations. So let's hear from one of our customers on how they're using Workspace in the new era of AI. Welcome, Janne Polkelainen. So Janne, Visma is a big Workspace customer. How did this all start?
Yes, indeed. So it started back in 2014, I think even before it was called Google Workspace. And now we have more than 15,000 users globally.
Wow, and what kind of benefits have you seen Visma get from Workspace?
Yeah, so we are a software company with 180 independent units spread over more than 20 countries and 260 locations.
Wow.
So it enables us to collaborate and align our way of working. In addition, we acquire on average one company a week, so we have to move fast. So Workspace enables us to onboard companies to the Visma ecosystem, for new companies to get access to the knowledge, competence, and expertise that we have within the group.
One a week. That poses a big challenge, right? Because no company is the same. And how have you pulled that off?
Yeah, so we see ourselves as a house of brands with strong product brands and identities within the group. And for those brands to succeed, we have very few requirements when we acquire them, but one of them being fast onboarding to Google Workspace. And we see that being fast gives us fast time to value. And we see on average 1 year after acquisition, companies have improved their financial performance with more than 35%.
Oh, wow. And so what else does Visma get for value from Workspace?
I think we get a lot.
35% is a good start.
So within financial reporting, we recently moved our internal consolidation reporting to Workspace with a combination of Google Cloud, not only getting higher level of security and compliance, but we also see now that we have reduced execution time with more than 80%, and good for us, also saved cost with more than 30% compared to previous setup. And let me mention one more. With our 15,000 employees and onboarding thousands of employees yearly, naturally comes a lot of HR activities. So what we've done, we've automated tasks through the employee journey and saving HR for hours of more than 20,000 yearly.
Wow. Now that we're going into the Duet AI era of Workspace, how do you see Visma benefiting from this?
Yes, super interesting, and both what you're presenting here and now stepping into a new era of AI. Currently in Visma, we are running more than 180 initiatives on AI, both in our products to make our customers more efficient, but also to improve our internal efficiency. As an example, we have tooling implemented for developers for them to deliver code faster and more securely and with higher quality. But we're super excited about adopting Duet AI, and we're part of the trusted program. So we're doing this in a structured way to see how we can reap the benefits out of Duet AI in a good manner.
Thank you.
And I just think this is the start, and I'm super excited what will bring.
Thank you, Janne. Big fan of Visma. Thank you for your time here today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And now we're going to go from workspace to cloud, and we're going to see how Duet AI comes to life in Google Cloud with Ted Hrenbeck.
So, Duet AI for cloud will transform the way you develop, deploy, operate, and manage your applications. But it goes one step further by unlocking the value of your data inside analytics, in your databases, all the way to improving your security. But let's start with developing. So, the way you develop your applications using code assistance, Duet can do what you expect, like generating code, completing code, testing code, explaining code, documenting code. But it does this slightly differently, because it's not trained on a generic developer model. It's trained on Google Cloud content, so it's context aware. This means it will give you the right advice at the right time, at the right place. But more importantly, it runs where you like to develop your applications. We support a majority of the most popular developing environments like these. But let's have a look at what it actually feels like developing with Duet AI. And for that, I'd like to introduce Victor Dantas.
Thank you, Ted. So whether you are a junior developer or a senior developer, there are always moments when Duet AI can be a huge productivity booster. Let me show you an example. So I'm in VS Code, and let's say we're writing a function to do some simple data transformation. So I'm going to start by typing a comment for a function that downloads a JSON file from a bucket. I'll start typing the code, and Duet AI will now start completing the code for me. I'm just pressing tab. That's code completion. And notice that I'm getting a warning here. This is actually code recitation check in action. It's telling me that there is some content on the Google blog that is potentially similar to this. So it's a really neat responsible AI feature that we have. So let's keep going. Now I need a function to load a JSON file into a dictionary data structure. And thank you, Duet AI, for completing that. And now let's ask for a function that takes a dictionary and transforms the date key from day, month, year to year, month, date. So let's say that's our transformation. And this time I'm going to copy the whole comment here, and I'm going to trigger the code generation. So code generation does a little more thinking than code completion does. It also takes a bit longer. But now we can see that it gave me what seems to be exactly what I needed. So I'm going to accept that. It also generated a bunch of extra code here. It got too eager, so I'm going to reject that. Now this is looking good, but I have some packages here, like this one and this one, that I'll probably need to import. So I'm going to type an import statement, see if Duet AI figures it out. Perfect. Now, let's go over to the chat window here, the chat functionality. And now I'm going to ask Duet to create a requirements for my code. This is where we declare dependencies in Python. And it found the only known standard Python library here that I'm going to copy and paste in my requirements file. This is looking good. Let's go back here and ask for unit tests. And now Duet AI is hopefully generating some unit tests for me using the unit test Python library. We can see that it created some sample inputs here, including the date for me to test the code functionality. So I'm going to paste that right into my test file. It looks like I might need to import some libraries here as well. Let's see if it finds it. Perfect. Good. So now I have my code, I have my requirements file, I have my unit tests, and Duet AI did all the heavy lifting for me. Even if I knew how to do that, Duet AI did it faster. Isn't that amazing? Back to you, Ted.
Thanks, Victor. So, back and over to analytics. There you go. So, with analytics, you already know probably that with BigQuery, we provide you with a complete data suite of best-in-class capabilities across data scientific, data engineering, data analytics, across all of your data. Now, we're bringing Duet AI to BigQuery and to Looker. So you can use natural language to access, query, visualize, and analyze your data. And on top of that, with the introduction of BigQuery Studio, we're bringing your Vertex AI models natively into BigQuery, so you can apply generative AI across all of your data. But again, let me show you a quick demo of how easy it is to use natural language to surface insights in Looker. So this can be hard, usually, but imagining just doing a single question: which products sold the best in North America? There you go. You have some graphs, you have some maps, you can click on it to refine it. You can even make a refined search and adding, let's see, demand forecasting. And there you go. You're done. You can now send this to slides, and voila, you're ready for that business review. That's how easy it is to work with natural language and data. Now, last but not least, let's turn over to databases. Google already provides some of the industry's best relational and non-relational databases. And now we're bringing Duet AI to databases, and more specifically into our data migration service, making it faster and easier than ever before to migrate your databases, including complex Oracle setups into Google Cloud. Now, what I've shown you here is just a glimpse into what Duet AI for Cloud can give you, offering you an intelligent, context-aware assistant across almost every task. And I'm happy to say that Duet AI for Cloud is now in preview, but will be generally available later this year. Now, on the topic of intelligence, no mission is more important than your security mission. And here to tell you more about Google Cloud Security and Duet AI for Security, I'd like to invite Christina.
Thank you, Ted. So we heard a lot of fun things, and I'm here, I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to spoil a little bit of fun. I hope that everybody had done the homework. And when I say homework, I mean, is security top of mind for all of you? Because if not, we have a problem, and we probably need to talk. So just read the news on any single given day. We, as the Security Cloud team, we are on the front lines, responding to these headlines almost every day. Last year, Mandiant performed more than 1,800 engagements to help organizations prepare for, respond to, and recover from security incidents, learning firsthand the new and the novel ways that attackers have to circumvent all the popular safe words. But even though our knowledge of the new and the novel attacks keep on growing, this year our investigations are up more than 35% compared to the same time last year. Security is, and if it's not, should be, a critical component of any digital transformation. What makes Google Cloud Security unique is that we are able to deliver the combination of three must-have, unique security capabilities. First of one, frontline intelligence and expertise. Secondly, a modern platform for all your security operations. And third, the underlying foundation of the most secure cloud platform. Let me touch briefly on each of these. When we're talking about frontline intelligence, we mean that this is what makes you situationally aware. So you can operate in this current cyber threat environment with total confidence. We take insight from the incident response work we were talking before that Mandiant gets, plus Google visibility from running billion-user internet services, plus cross-houses intelligence. We mix it together, we make it actionable, and at scale, and across all our products. And we take this knowledge and we work amazingly tirelessly to cross the window of effectiveness of the attacks. What we believe is that Google Cloud has the best security innovation loop in the whole industry. So we use what we learn in the front line, and with that, we drive our product evolution. Our Google Cloud Security Operation Platform, what we call Chronicle, enables all the security teams to detect, to investigate, and to respond cyber threats with the speed, the scale, and the intelligence of Google. And we recently launched, I think you probably read it, our Chronicle CyberSeal solutions, which habilitates government to apply security operations capabilities in their very unique environment. CyberSeal allows this government to break out these information silos. They centralize the security data so we can help strengthen the national situation awareness. Beyond technology, CyberSeal provides training and upscaling of the cyber talent to help nations defend the cyber domain. We are collaborating really closely with the Israel National Cyber Directorate, and we are trying to raise the national cyber defense. We already see an interest from many of other governments in the world, also other companies, because this is a unique model of partnership of technology, methodology, and trust. And while a modern platform is critically important, ultimately we want to help you achieve the security outcomes that you're aiming for. So at Next, we introduced Mandiant Hunt for Chronicle. The SecOps teams, now they can do threat hunting on their Chronicle data by all the Mandiant experts who use our last frontline intel to expose attack activity before it impacts your organization. So in short, what we're giving you is adding thousands of security experts to your team overnight. And finally, we provide a secure by design, secure by default cloud platform to run your business on. The importance of this strong foundation can actually be overlooked. And I'm not saying this, but according to cloudboldmd.org, which is a community-based website that tracks cloud vulnerabilities and security issues, we have 75% fewer critical and high-severity security vulnerabilities since 2020 than one of the major cloud providers, and 60% fewer than the other. We're not built on a legacy foundation. We're not legacy first in terms of our core services. And the consequence of legacy-first approach is clear when you see how other infrastructures are being exploited. So we're proud to deliver on these must-have security capabilities. And part of this delivery is actually here, locally in Sweden. So let me introduce you, because I'm very happy to introduce you, Joakim Nydren.
Thank you, Christina.
Hi, Joakim.
Hi, everyone. My name is Joakim Nydren. I'm product manager in Google Cloud for attack path simulation and risk.
So, Joakim, you're the co-founder of this technology with other 3 professors. Now you are part of Google Cloud. So our customers are extremely excited about these capabilities. Can you explain that in a nutshell? What are those capabilities?
I'd be glad to. So it's a capability to continuously pressure test your security through simulations to identify, prioritize, and help mitigate risks. So the first use case here at Google is to prioritize findings. So what findings actually constitutes the highest risk to your organizations in combination with other findings, access rights, network configurations, etc. Because a high vulnerability finding might be or a high severity finding might be deep down in the architecture, tough for an attacker to even reach. Or it might be easy to reach, but from there, tough to reach any high-value resources. And often it's the case that maybe an engineering team makes a configuration, a misconfiguration, that they think is all legit with their view of the world. But when combining it with what's happening over here, creates those highways of risk towards your high-value resources. And we, with the attack path simulations, we identify these risky combinations, we prioritize the findings, we provide you the attack path details you need to mitigate those findings in a very efficient way. So at Cloud Next last month, Uber presented how they use Security Command Center. and the value they get from this capability. I encourage you to look into that. I encourage you to look into how Nordnet in the Cloud Security Summit presented how they get great value from this capability as well.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, Joachim. Thank you.
Thanks.
So even if we arm you with the right intel, the right products, and the right infrastructure, security is still way too challenging for majority of the organizations. Attackers are improving, they're being more often, and this is where AI is going to be a total game changer. And we haven't heard enough about AI today, right? Let's keep on thinking about it. Security analysts are overwhelmed by the volume of security alerts. With Duet AI, we can reduce the analyst time that they spend writing, running, and refining searches. This will improve any security analyst case in more than 7x. So let's take a look at what it looks like. Welcome, Marcus.
Thank you, Christina. So today, I'm going to show you 3 ways Duet AI can assist you in cybersecurity. So first, by generating AI summaries to describe threats. 2, by searching for patterns in your security data to determine if you have been affected. And 3, both by recommending actions to take, both to respond to alerts, but also to proactively improve security by closing down attack paths. So I'll start by showing you what it looks like in Mandiant. So in the top left corner here, we see a recent activity from a threat group called APT43. So we search on that term. Normally, you'd have to pass through 11,000 or so search results to understand this actor's tactics. Now with Duet AI, the content on this threat actor is instantly summarized. Further, the Duet AI model is grounded, which means that the LLM hallucinations are reduced. So the model is accurate, or the summary is accurate. The summary tells us that this group focused on fraudulent mining cryptocurrency to fund illegal activity. And obviously, this is a bad thing that we want to try to prevent, right? So I'll head over to Chronicle to see if we are being targeted. So I'll search petabytes of event data for Google Cloud crypto mining attack last week. Before, I would need a specialized syntax to conduct that search. Now Duet AI automatically translates my search to the system's unique data model. And that's awesome, right? In the results, I see this alert on that fraudulent crypto mining case was already identified. Before, you would see many individual pieces of information on this case, and it's hard to understand everything, right? Now, here on this overview, Duet summarizes the findings that detected this issue, and also, best of all, recommends next steps to take in order to respond. Finally, we head over to Security Command Center to understand the root cause of this issue and what can be done about it. Before, I would need significant knowledge to understand what all of this metadata about this finding actually means. Now, Duet AI summarizes for me, showing which sources is being exploited, so I can shut it down. Duet also summarizes analysis of the paths attackers would take to gain access. Obviously, I can go into resource and see the full attack path. Or I can click on this overview, and Duet AI can summarize here exactly what's going on. And in this case, I might want to rotate some security account keys. So in short, Duet has translated my search queries, summarized the information about the threat, and priorities where it should focus, so I don't have to deal with thousands of potential alerts. And as a result, fixes can be made faster, and make sure there's a stronger security posture. All of these features are in preview, and we can't wait for you to try them out. Back to you, Christina.
So let's translate all of this into real life. So to talk about how a major bank thinks about security, I'm very pleased to welcome Christopher Malmer. So Christopher, let's just go straight dive in. how does Google Cloud help SEB serve your customers better?
Yeah, so if I start from the beginning, when we embarked on our cloud journey, we decided to build a bank within the bank. And that bank was going to be cloud native. We called that SEBX, and SEBX subsequently became SEB Embedded, where we provide banking as a service to our customers. And for those of you who are not familiar with banking as a service, that's effectively where we offer our traditional products through other corporates or brands as a service, allowing them to embed them in their own user journeys. So that could be a card, an account, a payment, or any of our traditional products. Now, in order to do that, we need to have a very, very solid infrastructure foundation that needs to be reliable, scalable, and needless to say, extremely safe and secure. Now, on top of that, we then build our banking applications and provide banking via APIs to our partner customers.
Absolutely amazing. So how does Google Cloud help you provide those highest security standards within that infrastructure?
So basically, the Google Cloud platform is the very foundation of our banking as a service offering. But if we think about us as a financial institution and the amount of regulatory compliance that we are subject to, the first step was just getting comfortable with putting that sensitive customer data in a public cloud. So if we go back to that conversation, we were effectively bringing our whole board of directors over to Mountain View to talk about, to talk to your teams about how can we get comfortable, moving that kind of sensitive data into public cloud. And I think we were actually the first customer, the first Nordic bank, I would say, to run, production environment live customer data in any public cloud. So that was the first step, but that's just kind of getting the data into the cloud. But the other part of this is, of course, the operating model that comes with that. So Google has been absolutely instrumental in helping us getting into the cloud, all the way from SEBX now as a strategic partner, helping us across the bank, but then setting that operating model around security, around safety, around incident handling and risk management across the whole piece, getting us on our cloud transformation journey. So you've been an instrumental partner for us.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to give you a present. So if I will give you a magic wand, and I tell you, 3 wishes for Google Cloud for SAP in the future, what will you say?
3 wishes?
3 wishes.
Okay, how much time do you have? No, first of all, and playing to your strength, security and safety, always keep that at the top of your list of priorities, just as you introduce yourself. We put a lot of trust in you, and customers put a lot of trust in us. So that's just going to be paramount to anything that we do. Please keep that at your #1 priority, security and safety. Number 2, we talked a lot about AI, and we went to Google Next in the US, and we're excited about what you're doing there. So please keep that up and just kind of push those things to us because we're excited about it. The third and final thing, surprise us. You've got a lot of exciting things going on, a lot of good compute power, a lot of skillful engineers. Give us something that we just didn't know we could have. That'll be my final wish.
Fantastic. All to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So we just begun to realize the power of applying generative AI to security. But there's another mission-critical area where the new era of AI is starting to show, and that's sustainability. Please welcome on stage, Luisa Loran.
Christina. At Google, we believe that sustainability is a data challenge, one that requires rapid innovation, collaboration, and commercial flexibility. And generative AI will help make that faster and easier for all of us. Behind me, you see an example of how customers are actually able to access previously unseen elements of their supply chain simply from asking their data questions. They are using universal search and combining their private data, the data from their community, and publicly available information into a database and using generative AI to surface this for them. This enables them to both, on one hand, understand the sustainability footprint, and at the same time have an insight that ensures their profitability. With generative AI, we are seeing, and generally the power of AI, that actually data can be combined in new ways, and new insights can be found faster than ever before. One of these examples of data that we look at is, in fact, Google Earth Engine. Google Earth Engine is the world's largest database of information about our Earth. It is a source of data that helps us understand both combining satellite imagery, geospatial data, and understand what goes on the surface of our planet. Our customers use it to both understand the suppliers, the sourcing patterns, predict what's going on, but it can even help us assess climate risk, have a sense of, and be predictable of whether we're actually talking about floods, droughts, or wildfires, something that we all should care deeply about. At Google, we have brought new connectors to this world. So we are bringing Google Earth Engine hand in hand with BigQuery and the Vertex AI platform that you've been hearing about all day. Our customers are building supply chain and sustainability platforms where they can access more information than they ever have been able to before and get the Google Earth Engine in their hands to make better decisions from. One of the customers, and one of the many customers that are already doing this with us, is Unilever. Unilever has a large global footprint, and with Google Earth Engine, they're actually able to combine cloud computing with satellite imagery and understand some of the details and some of the biodiversity that they have in their supply chain. With this, they are able to both ensure reliable sourcing, protect and diminish deforestation, and at the same time gain insights on where they need to proactively protect the environment. Another company that also believes that sustainability is about data is a good partner and customer of ours. Our Evolution, part of the Hexagon Group, is here with us today, and I'm proud to welcome on stage Eric Josefsson, their CEO.
Perfect. Happy to be here.
Great to have you here. And Eric, I have heard that you actually believe that sustainability is the biggest business opportunity for this century. What do you mean with that?
Yeah, we all know that we're running out of resources, right? We are having people across here that is super smart, intelligent, and the technology. If we all come together, we can actually save this planet. Sustainability needs to move from something that is good to have to be in the centerpiece of business critical. We believe, and I'm confident, that that is the path to profitability, and that's what our evolution is about.
Amazing, amazing, and I completely agree, but what do you see the role of AI in this, and maybe share a bit about how we're collaborating on this?
Yes, so we are merging the digital world and the physical world with our sensors, and when you power that with AI, you can make magic. We are classifying seagrass, we are digitalizing green hydrogen, we're working with some of the most cutting-edge technologies related to cubifying rainforests. And today, we are very, very happy with what we're doing with Google Cloud, because we believe we can digitalize and change the game for renewable energy. We started fast with the team here in Google Cloud on connecting our own solar park, gathering the sensor data, putting that into one Google Cloud data lakehouse, and fetching data from it and improving that with our algorithms and your algorithms. We have now improved the efficiencies of our solar park. We can make big impact together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for driving this. Thank you for being on stage with me today. And with no further ado, I want to welcome back on stage our Managing Director for the Nordics, Eva Forss.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you so much, Louisa. Thank you, everybody. So in closing, we're getting there. In closing, we showed you 3 important ingredients that will power the next chapter of digital transformation. First, our world-class infrastructure platform for building AI. Second, our always-on collaborator, Duet AI, to help you use AI in both Workspace and Google Cloud. Thirdly, our wonderful ecosystem that will inspire you to take the advantage of everything that you have seen here today. And I am really, really thrilled to here on stage welcome a customer that have used everything of the Google Cloud Platform and also combining it with the services across other product areas from Google. A warm round of applause to Bonnier News CTO, Lina Helmar. Welcome, Lina. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Are representing a media company, and it's a tough climate out there, but you have been on a digital transformation. Tell us a bit about the journey.
Well, we've been in the publishing business for 200 years, and today Bonnier News has more than 200 public brands, and our business is quite complex. But when we decided to level up the digital transformation strategy, we knew that a new data platform would be one of the foundations to actually get where we wanted. And since we had a really good relationship with Google, we have had a partnership for our ads business for many years. We have also used the Google Workspace to foster collaborations within our business for a long time. The choice to go with Google Cloud and partnership with them was quite easy. And to build this new data platform, it was really to get together all our data from all our different brands and collect them in one place, to have the customer data, the user behavioral data, and also our content data in one place, to be able to make the best customer experience when you visit our different kind of products.
So it's all about customer experience. And what have been the outcomes in that journey?
The last decade has been really hard on the publishing business. As you might know, the print is declining, and we need to make the transformation to digital subscriptions. And during the years, many publishers have struggled with this, and some have actually perished. But during the last 5 years, we have doubled our turnover from 5 to 10 billions. And during the last 3 years, we have actually doubled our revenue in digital subscriptions, which is quite unique in the publishing business.
Absolutely. Those, it's impressive numbers that you are, talking about here. So I know that you have played around with AI. What role has AI played in this?
We have been working with AI or ML for years, but it's kind of exploded this year, as you all know. And we are using quite a few products from Google. We're using Vertex AI for pipelines for most of our production or applications in production. And we're also using online predictions, and we are trusted testers for the Gen AI Studio. So we're really excited to be working with this. And I will give you 2 examples on what we are doing with the AI right now. We have one project where we are working on using AI to actually help the editors to get suggestions on catchy headlines for an article, or a summary that could be used for like the short summary box in the article, or perhaps for a social media text, to be able to get more out of our content that we have written. And the other thing that we are really excited about is that we are actually using AI to aggregate news. So we have a lot of articles on the top stories, and to help our users find the relevant articles to read, we are collecting all the information from all these articles and use AI to actually create a summary with links to the different articles. So if you are interested in the latest news events that has happened, you could actually just read a short summary, and then you could go to whichever article in our different brands that you would like to deepen your information in. So it's really exciting to use AI for actually making better products for our customers.
Thank you so much, Lina. Thank you for your partnership, and a warm round of applause for Lina. Thank you so much. as you have seen, AI is in everything we do throughout the summit, and it's going to be built into the presentations for the rest of the day as well in the new era of AI. So we are going to have 5 different tracks coming on right now. We have the data cloud here on the main stage. We're going to have modern infrastructure cloud on the forest stage. We're going to have security cloud and then collaboration cloud in the archipelago stage. The best of Google on the city stage, and sustainable industry transformation on the mountain stage. You can find the full agenda in your Google bag. You can also, we have a lot of signs throughout the venue. And last but not least, if you look on the back of your badge, you have a QR code, so you can find the agenda there as well. The expo area that you passed when you came in here, I feel like a flight attendant standing here. Go to the expo area and make sure that you visit all our customers, our partners. Take good use of the AI garden. Look at the best of Google greenery, and don't forget the gaming grotto. At 3:30, we will celebrate the Finnish data center's Hamina 5th birthday with some cake and some singing, so watch out for that one. And then we will meet again 5:30, where we're going to have a closing panel with some exciting guests. So make sure to join that, and make sure that you're staying for the celebrations in the evening. Amazing food, amazing drinks, amazing mingling. So make sure to be there. I want to sum up with a big, big thank you for all the partners that have helped us to get this event together. Thank you to creating this vibrant ecosystem in the Nordics. And last but not least, this is the impressive slide. We have more than 40 customers joining us here today to talk about their journey to the cloud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We couldn't make it without you. Look at that screen. I'm really, really proud about it. So, with that, let's all go the new way to cloud, and see you 5:30. Thank you very much.